Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we are back with another pick a card reading. It is timeless and it is love based. We're going to look to see what your crush wishes they could tell you, what are their secret thoughts and feelings. And I'm not going to lie, y'all, already tapping into the reading, it's going to be, interesting because I did a couple of takes. I normally just knock out this intro, but for whatever reason, I can't quite get it out. Like I said the wrong title earlier. Like I can't quite get it out. So there might be some heavy resistance. Like you may be dealing with very secretive people for all of the piles today, which is interesting because all that means is that we're just going to pull cards and hope for the best. And hopefully it's interesting and juicy because I'm a bit nosy and I want to know why it's like that for you guys. Okay, now I'm not going to delay this any further. I'll just let you know that even though I'm leading with a crush energy, it could apply to any romantic situations, ex, current partner, incoming person, all of the things. And you can see more labels that we could apply to these connections down in the description box below, such as twin flame soulmates. Okay. Now, this is the point in the reading in which I verbally describe each pile so that if you are visually impaired or if you simply like to listen to me verbally describe the pile selection, you can do so now. Pile 1 is the donuts. However you like them, chocolate covered, sprinkles, plain. If you like donuts, that is your pile. Pile 2 is the ice cream. It is chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. But again, it could be any flavor of ice cream you want as long as that is your snack of choice. And then pile 3 is the cookies and specifically Oreos. Now, it doesn't matter if you don't like Oreos. It could just be cookies for you. It's just a pile selection, okay? You don't have to overthink it. Now I will give you a moment to meditate on your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, my donut pile. Let's see what your person wishes they could tell you. Okay. Let's see. Some of you, they may be confiding in friends and whatnot, because that, if you listen to the intro, that was look, I can't even get the words out. I'm like spacing right now, and there's nothing wrong with me. I'm hydrated. I ate all of the things. Okay, I am fine. Before starting the reading, so to make sure I was ready to go. And I feel like your person might be just confiding in friends because that's the wrong title I keep saying. So I may do a video on that. Like, because this person may be talking to friends instead of you, or they may be talking to friends just about you in general, just confiding and all of the things. So tell me for pile 1, my donut pile, what does their person, what does pile 1's crush wish they could say to them? And here it is. On a pedestal. Okay, so someone new will put you on a pedestal and treat you like royalty. You'll feel loved and cherished. There's so much coming from just this one card. And this is all I need. I'll see what's at the bottom in a second, but on a pedestal talks about someone that really almost worships the ground that you walk on, right? Like they really wish they could tell you how amazing, how great you are. Like they see you as so above them in a certain sense, right? On a pedestal, like they just think that you're just amazing, okay? And I feel like with someone new will put you on a pedestal and treat you like royalty, they feel like there's this fear of you moving on or doing better than them, or like a perception that you would leave them for someone else, or that you know what I mean, like with on a pedestal, it's like someone better is going to come along and take pile 1 away from me. Okay, especially those of you that may be like in like early stages or in separation, like if this is an ex, right? Like this is someone that feels like they're worried about you moving on, or someone else coming along and possibly even just treating you better than them, or someone with the capacity to treat you better than they can, right? Whether we're talking about just emotional support or just material things, right? Because there's a crown here, so someone that can give you nice gifts. It just feels like this person's really insecure about you and just feeling like you can do quote unquote better. Okay, it's an interesting energy coming in. Okay, and I don't like that plate. I don't want this here. Let me move it out of my way. Here we are. At the bottom, you do have smooth sailing. It says a new love interest will be easy to get to know, smooth and steady, relax and see where the boat goes. So, two things. What they wish they could tell you is either it could be one, the other, or both, right? Like the whole it's too easy, right? Like how like it's too easy. You seem to be either getting along with them too easy, you're too easygoing as it relates to them, like something should be wrong with you with the on the pedestal smooth sailing, or you'll find a connection that is easier for you than what life is or would be with them. That's the energies that are coming through. That's what they wish they could tell you, or their like hidden secret thoughts that they wouldn't share with you. Is that like that you could be better off living a better life with someone else. It'd be a lot easier. That's what they say. That's what they're thinking, right? And maybe communicating, just not to you. Okay. But yeah, again, with a new love interest, will be easy to get to know, smooth and steady. It feels like, again, that concern that someone new, a new love interest, since both the cards say that, will come in. And that's predominantly for you who have established connections, established contact. Others of you, it doesn't have to be the insecurity. It could truly be the opposite energy. You know, we have these polarities because all of you have variety of scenarios that you're experiencing. Some of your crushes just like, listen, pile one is great and I would worship them like the royalty they are. Like I would be easy. I would be very easy going, give them whatever they want, do whatever they say, like, right, smooth sailing. I wouldn't have any conflict, no problems with pile one, right? That's what's coming through for some of you, what they would say. And with that energy, a lot of you on that end of the spectrum, and if especially if this is someone that you're familiar with on some level, you'll know which side, I guess, they're on. But another thing that I'm getting is they don't want you to know how much they kind of worship and value you. Like they don't want you to know that. Like they do anything for you, and they don't really want you to know that. They don't want you to know that they're like sprung, whipped, whatever the word is, right? That they would use. They don't want you to know that. Okay. So let's pull from the tarot and get more clarification for my donut pile. There's a very indulgent energy coming through. I actually think that is, I might have a channeled song. We'll see. There's a very indulgent energy coming through. Like the donuts you selected, like this, like a guilty pleasure, right? Like I don't know, like it's almost too good to be true in some senses. Tell me about pile one, my donut pile. I think that was the Page of Cups that wanted to come out. Okay, especially since that was the Page of Cups, I can see it in my head now because I'm very familiar with this deck. Fun fact, this is one of the first decks that I ever used in tarot. Like it's my first deck I've ever owned. So I saw the Page of Cups and I was thinking like, okay, hopped out, hop back in. This is a person, especially since we're leading with crush energy. A lot of you, this may not be someone you're dating or interacting with. This person's hesitating on coming forward. Like they're thinking about it. Like they're like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? Because they're like, would pile one take me? Would they reject me? Even if they don't, would they get bored? Would they, they have options? Would someone better come along with more to offer? All of the things. Or like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Some of you, this person's very, very afraid of exposure, like of kind of exposing their feelings and how deep they feel. So tell me more about pile one's crush. What do they wish they could tell pile one? What are they not saying? Yeah, they feel really foolish, right? And I do not read the full card that way. That's not even that energy. They feel very, very silly for how they see you and how deep they are in, especially if it's early stages. Like it's like they're a little embarrassed about like how deep they are in, right? And even if it's not deep they are in, it's very embarrassed about the jealousy and the fear they have of someone coming in and either beating them to you or like just quote unquote taking you from them. That is it. But the Fool is a new beginning. It's a fresh start, a fresh perspective. It's taking a chance, and that is kind of what this person wishes they had the courage to do. I'm not saying they won't. I'm just saying right now the energy I'm getting is that this person wishes they had the energy to just come forward and tell you exactly how they feel and express themselves and to be open about their feelings, right? But right now it's just something that they're kind of either keeping to themselves or they're just not expressing that with you. And the Fool is, it is very confident energy. It's Aquarius, 11th house, social energy, and so networking, community, collective energy. It's outside, right? This person wishes they could be a little more this may be a bit of an antisocial person, right? They may not do well in crowds, especially crowds, but they may not do well in like social settings and whatnot, because it's just not them. And they're wishing that they could just suck it up, I guess, and then come forward with you, because at the end of the day, they feel like you have this full energy, right? With this on the pedestal, like you may be very, with this whole fear of someone new and a new love interest, you may have a lot of options for real, and this person sees that, and it just, something about it is just not their energy, okay? Like for whatever reason, they don't. And they don't even have the right words, because I feel like I get a point and then I back off of it. I get a point, I get back off of it. So I think that was this energy of this pile coming in very early, because this person doesn't even have the words to really express it, how to communicate how they're feeling clearly, right? They don't really know how to express themselves on that level, especially not with you. Maybe it's because they hold you at such high regard. Maybe that's what it is, but they're just not comfortable expressing this energy. Also, the Fool is very friendly energy, okay? So this person may not like how friendly you are with people. They may have a concern about that depending on the level of familiarity you have with them. Like if it's early crush, you know, they may observe you with people and see how friendly you are, or how friendly people are with you, right? Like again, potential suitors, people are very comfortable talking to you. You might be very approachable in some instances, and even where you're not, you have an energy that makes people just shoot their shot anyway. And this person's deeply insecure about people that are shooting their shot at you, okay? Interesting energy coming through. Tell me more about what Pile One's crush wishes they could say to Pile One. There's two. What's happening? I've got the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Swords coming out together. Okay. You know what this feels like, and I heard it. Like rip the Band-Aid off and just do it. Get it over with. That's what I heard. And so that's kind of the energy your person might really be trying to work up that courage, that energy, because in your person's mind, they're trying to gather the courage. A lot of you here, which is hilarious to me. It's not, because this is someone's feelings, but like, this is your crush, right? Like you're asking about your crush, someone you are interested in. But it doesn't seem like this person thinks you're interested in them at all, okay? Like at all. Because with the Fool, Ace of Swords, to the Ten of Swords, it feels like this person's almost like, you know what? I'm like, let me put myself out of my misery. Let me just let me try to gather the energy to shoot my shot at Pile One so that they can go ahead and reject me, and I could just be in this deep sorrow, and then at least I'll know, right? I'll get the clarity, I'll get the awareness, but like, let me just get it over with. And even if it's not the rejection initially, it's like, let me just go on this journey, because the Fool is the beginning of the Fool's journey of the major arcana. They feel like at some point the connection is going to end, and they're going to end up like completely devastated in the Ten of Swords, right? If they pursue this in the Ace of Swords, like they feel like they know this for sure. It is going to end badly for them interacting with you on a romantic level. Okay, what is at the bottom? Why is this person like that? Look at this. Oh my goodness, this person really is like, they feel like they're anticipating doom. Okay, with the tower, you have tower energy at the bottom. So this person is, one, it's also anxiety, right? It's extreme anxiety this person has. They have a lot of anxiety. They just feel like there's so much you have going for you, you have so many options, so much opportunity. You're at the beginning of some sort of a journey. You're still like, you're either in your prime or just getting started, and like there's so many suitors that they'll have to compete with, or that will come about in your life, and that there's no way that they'll win. If that, like, it's not a game, right? But they see it as winning. Okay, and they feel like they will lose, right? And that the longer the game is, the more devastated they'll be. That's how this person's feeling, right? But that's what they wish they could tell you, that like they're kind of like, they're horrified of how this will end, because they just anticipate doom as it relates to you and pursuing you romantically. And that's at any stage of the connection. Even those seasoned couples here, like if you're like, oh, let me click this cute little crush reading to see how my spouse, right, your current spouse is. At the end of the day, like, I don't know if you're just experiencing some type sort of a glow up, right, with the Fool. They just feel like at some point, like they expect you to leave them, like devastatingly so, for someone better. Like I don't know why that's that way. So let's just see what the astrology based oracle decks have to say. Tell me more about Pile One's crush. What is going on? What do they wish they could tell Pile One? What's the secret thoughts here for Pile One, my donut pile's crush? Give me a card. There's one right here that's like clinging to my pinky. We'll take it, and then we'll see what's at the bottom. Hibernation. It is in reverse, and so interesting, because you know what, I think I mentioned like a very social, the Fool is stepping out for the first time with a new sense of clarity, possibly after some type of trauma. That could be you. Not saying it, and when I use the word trauma, I know that's a loaded word. It doesn't have to be like complete utter devastation, even though some of you with the Ten of Swords on the Tower, it is. It's like a new sense of freedom after that, like, life is short kind of energy. And so, like, again, Aquarius energy is outside, it's social, it's networking, it's interacting with people. And like, hibernation is in reverse. So especially if you've healed after something, like if you've had a period of hibernation, like it feels like you're not going to stay inside. Maybe your person's an inside person. They're worried about the fact that you're outside now, especially those of you where this is like established connection. Okay, if this is brand new, like your crush senses how social you are and that you like to travel and move around and such, and that worries them a little bit. Okay, it worries them a little bit that they don't feel like you'll stay inside. And again, there are the small few of you selecting this power where your person's the opposite of that, and that's why we have that energy, right? Like, your person may not like to do the things that you do, and they're worried that you'll find someone that does like to do what you do, right? That's the energy. Okay, you have rest in reverse. Yeah, some of you are outside. Like, rest in reverse is restless energy. It's out, right? Like, even on the smooth sailing, it's easy going, but it's moving, right? It's still moving. It's like, on a pedestal, it is attention, right? Like, all of these cards are very active. Even the Ace of Swords is the initiation of a thought, a concept. So like, this person feels like you're not the type to sit down in the house and rest and hibernate. Like, you're not doing that. You want to be outside and social and interacting with people. And they kind of, they wish they could tell you that they don't want you to do that, especially since they're worried about competition. Okay, that's interesting. So let me get more. Tell me more about Pile One's crush. What do they wish they could tell Pile One? What are their secret thoughts? What aren't they saying? Saturn. Feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work and patience. Now, Saturn does rule restriction. And the reason why that is interesting is because it is a recurring point here in this pile. This person does not, like, this person is a little more reserved than you in most instances. It could be flipped, like you could be the reserved one, but there's a polarity here. And it feels like your person kind of wants to restrict you. They know you're not going to go for that, but and that's another fear of you kind of leaving them if you're already engaging or not furthering any type of connection with them, because they kind of want to restrict you. I'm not going to lie. Like, they want you inside. They want you covered up. Like, hibernation is a winter energy, like of cold. So like, put the sweater on. Like, it's a bit, I don't want to say that it's controlling, because I don't think that this person actually has the energy to do that. Based on the fact that they're not saying this to you, there's a certain fear and security related to this energy. Like, they know they shouldn't be feeling this way and thinking these thoughts. That's why they're not expressing them. So I don't get that this person's like toxic. They're human, right? Anytime you dig into someone's personal thoughts, you'll get their shadow as well, because it's their mind, right? You don't, everyone has shadow sides. So, but Saturn is restriction. This person wants you to kind of, I don't want to say dim your light, but they're insecure and they kind of worry. They really worry that you'll eventually find someone on your quote unquote level. Okay. Definitely the case. And that they'll be left struggling, worried, and they also feel like so remember earlier there was the two sides of, like, this person would work really hard to make everything easy. It's working hard to make it easy. They feel like they would have to work very, very hard to keep you happy, right? Because for whatever reason there seems to be some sort of an incompatibility. Okay. So that's why you have that energy, like a hardship, or that even if long term you'd be with them, especially those of you that are in committed connections, they feel like if you some of you where these are long term connections you've been in, this person's worried that you're just at this point of the game, you're still with them because you've just put in so much time. Like, you would go off and do your own thing, but like, you have them there as baggage. Like, they've been there so long that you may feel stuck with them. That's what your person is worried about. And those of you where it's new, your person's worried that you'll either leave them or it'll get stale because you'll feel stuck with them and obligated to stay with them. That's very interesting. So some of you are giving off a very loyal energy. Even though, like, some outside. This is not what I was expecting, but you do have Gemini, which is curiosity, intellect, and networking. Now, that's not really Gemini energy, but that's what the card says, and we were just talking about that energy. Some of you are better at expressing yourselves, at communicating than your crush by a mile, okay? And they recognize that, and they see that as something that's going to hinder their potential with you going forward, is trying to learn how to express themselves. Now, again, Gemini coming out with Saturn is this person's thinking, but they're also working very, very hard to find the words to express themselves in this courage to come forward. Because even though, like, they're worried and they're scared and they feel like it's going to end poorly, like, there's a good portion of you here where your person's like, at some point I have to do it. Like, I'm so fixated on pile one. I'm worried about pile one that I just have to do it. Okay. Just have to do it. Okay. Definitely the case. And then, I'll pull from this Moonology deck because I want to say, but there's a conversation, that is very tough for your person that has to come out. And I'm not gonna lie, before I pull from Moonology, I'm getting it in. Some of you, either your crush person, whatever level of the connection it is, it may be, and the energy surrounding your coupling, right? You may get a rejection in and of yourself, right? Like, you may get the rejection because it's a lot for this person, right? They recognize that the incompatibility is there, that you two are not, it's not working, or that it's not worth it to continue, so that eventually it becomes worse, right? With the Tower. So that's what's coming through for some of you. And I feel like it's very easy to tell if that is your energy. So I'm not going to dwell on it, because if you selected the pile with someone that you're kind of struggling with right now. So just know that, okay? So let me pull from this Moonology deck and see what's going on. Tell me more about pile one's crush. What's pile one's crush not telling them? Yeah, I've been doing this for so many days. I think it might be the deck. I might need to reset it. I'll take these two, and then we'll see what's at the bottom, because those were the ones I was called to take. And we'll look at the bottom in a second. But you've got, okay, so the hugest theme here for your crush is communication, which is funny because we're looking to see, you have love, hate. There's an indecisive pattern in this relationship. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Okay, yeah, so that is kind of the energy. Like, there's a polarity here. It's a pull back, give, pull back, give. And I feel like at the root of it all, it is communication, which the obvious, because the whole question we're asking is, what does your crush wish they could tell you? Like, what would they tell you if they could, kind of an energy. And you've got both signs ruled by the planet of communication, and Gemini is already here. So one or both of you may have Gemini placements, or you may be mirroring in some sense, but full moon in Virgo is you are good enough, and then the answers you need are coming. So I do feel like you'll get an answer from this person, a confirmation from this person soon, because they truly, like, it is a lot for them. They're struggling. They're thinking about it a lot, very in their head about it. And also the whole mental game they're playing right now, what they wish they could tell you, is them mustering up the courage to actually tell you, for better, for worse, okay? But yeah, you are good enough. They're working on their confidence, and those of you, the majority of you actually, where this is someone that's trying to just strengthen the connection or pursue you, if this is an actual crush, they're trying to tell themselves that they're good enough for you, right? Like, that they're stable enough that they can, like, that they're worthy, okay? And I'm looking at the houses now. Virgo energy is day-to-day life, right? You may see this person day-to-day. You may know this person day-to-day, something dealing with routines, right? Health, wellness, acts of service, right? The ability to give with Virgo, right? Attention to detail, ability to communicate. Those are things that this person's very insecure regarding. At the bottom, you do have your commitment is being tested. So regardless of if you're on those small group of you where this is going to be let's not even worry about it energy, I feel like it's temporary. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't like to tell you guys that, because I like you to move on where you should. But I feel like even in the instance where this person's like, I'm not worried about it. Like, that's not, because you have the first quarter moon. It's early. Okay. So this is how you know, if of those small groups of you where you're still confused, if you're not sure if you're gonna get the rejection from your crush. I feel like this is a familiar energy, but I do feel like the rejection energy is coming from those of you where it's been like a cat and mouse game for quite some time, and those of you that are like in like stale connections, because first quarter moon is very early. It's new, like it's new, right? It's just beginning, like it's just outside, like the zero, the full at the beginning of the journey. I don't believe that it is I don't believe that those of you where it's like very, very early are in that energy of, oh, don't worry about it. If you find yourself in that energy, it's a pause. Okay? Not a bye. That's just how I'm reading the energy. Okay? So, because it's a heavy pile. It's a lot of different types of relationships. I know I said all of the different connections, but you guys are really here for all of the connections. I love it though. But yeah, your commitment is being tested in the early stages, like because it's so new, because it's so early, your person might be freaking out. So I'll read it from like the crush, true crush. Maybe you may have not interacted with this person yet. Energy, it's like this person's like your person may already be testing the boundary. Like they may ease closer to you when you see them. They may be kind of interacting with you more. So like maybe at first they didn't say anything. Now if you encounter each other, they may say hello, right? Like they're slowly building, right? From the Ace of Swords to the Ten of Swords of how to interact with you, to how to communicate with you, right? And I do feel like because it's such a quick ascension from the Ace of Swords to the Ten of Swords, they're just going to rip the Band-Aid off with the Tower and just go for it in that full energy. That's why you have the answers you need are coming. Like one day this person's just going to be feeling themselves with you are good enough and just go for it. Okay? Exactly. And the message that I keep getting from your commitment is being tested is that this person is going through a huge lesson with communication as it relates to you. Okay? They actually feel like you were sent by the universe to test them. Okay? Like to teach them communication so that they could learn communication. That's something else they wish they could tell you, is like they really feel like you are the test, the lesson, the karmic lesson on how to communicate clearly, right? In pursuing you. All right? So let's hop into these love-based oracle decks. Let's hop right into those and see what your person, your crush, wishes they could tell you. I don't mean to knock this. I'm sorry. I was trying to like, I was getting some energy here with the Aquarius and Gemini and Virgo, like of like day to day. Like this person wishes they could like spend their days with you. It doesn't feel like a moving in energy, right? Especially those of you that are really early. This person kind of just wants to find some sort of a routine where they see you consistently. Like day to day, because Gemini's localized energy is close energy, especially those of you where there's distance, where they don't live near you. They wish they could be a little closer so that they can be a part of your routine, you be a part of theirs. That's part of a conversation they wish they could have with you. Let me see. Tell me more about Pile One's crush. All right. So let me see what this is all about. Your person wish they could tell you. I'm debating on whether or not I'm taking reversals, but we'll see. I probably will take them because I don't like shifting the cards. I'm either not taking reversals or I am, but I won't take a reversal and flip it upright for the most part. I don't typically like to do that. But you have here, look at all of these issues your person has. And I was picking up on all of this in the beginning. These cards are exactly what I was describing, right? Let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. And then you have codependency. Addictions are affecting your love life, okay? Your romantic life. So these fell in reverse. So this person may be wanting to communicate this to you, like, you know, depending on the stage of your connection, like you let go, stop trying to control the situation. Maybe you're codependent, not saying you are, but some of you, that is what this person wants, because these came out in reverse. They are reversals. Others of you, this person's wants to tell you that they're working on these, like they're working on their control issues, because we mentioned them kind of having an internal control issue. Like I don't think that your person's telling you this. Some of you maybe they're like hinting at the things we talked about earlier, but I don't feel like for the most of you that they outright came out that way. And they're also working on their codependency, right? So let's put this here. We'll put these two here for now. And then you do have Saturn, which is glue. It's the glue in all of the relationships. And you have wedding. The situation involves marriage. So some of you are asking about your spouse, okay? You are asking about your spouse, and that's okay. Or you're asking about someone you're deeply committed to, okay? A lot of you here, especially with Saturn, some history there, some long time A lot of lessons. Okay, I feel like your person, regardless of what stage of the connection you're in, especially my crushes, this person feels like lessons is a huge theme here. Like they feel like they would learn a lot of lessons with you, hard lessons, but also good ones with smooth sailing, right? Like they feel like they would be better and grow a lot through this connection. Okay, but they also, and this is not, because remember, I'm going to let that other group go because it seems to be fading, right? It seems to be fading. Not because it's not existing in the pile, but because the majority of you, look at me straighten this up, the majority of you are not going to get rejected. So I'm letting that go. Those of you that happens, you know where you are in the connection. But now that that's out, let go of control issues, reverse, codependency in reverse, to wedding. Working through and clearly communicating how they feel like if they could do that, like work through their issues and clearly communicate that you could actually be someone they actually marry. But right now they're just feeling so insecure with all of the stuff for the most part. And in some instances with Gemini twice, they feel like you may have insecurities as well that you two are working through. That if you can get past it, you two could be together long term. That's what they want to tell you. What they would tell you if they weren't so afraid. And then you have flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. This is coming through a variety of ways. Those of you where your person does not like how friendly you are or how friendly people are with you, that is why you have these two in reverse, like letting you be yourself. And just really work this flirting energy. Something about how friendly you are or how friendly people are with you, it really makes them uncomfortable. Okay, but again, they're working through the jealousy with Lego of control issues and codependency for the sake of the connection and wedding. Like they're willing to work through their insecurities and fears and issues for the sake of the connection. But the basis of it is communication, whether it's their lack of ability to clearly express how they're feeling or just you, the way you communicate with other people outside of the connection. Okay. And also flirt for you very early stages of the connection. They are trying to not take themselves too seriously, because this is very serious energy for someone that may not even have like your number, right? So they feel like they're taking themselves way too seriously, so they're trying to have a light-hearted approach to you. And I think that's what's really going to do it. When they take it, when they ease up on that energy, they'll just go for it, right? Your commitment is being tested. Answers you need are coming. Tower, like I said, rip the band-aid off and just go for it and communicate with you. Because right now they're just feeling very controlling, very codependent. Like they feel like, possibly like you're already theirs. Like, they're already thinking long-term relationships and they don't even like, you haven't even been on a date, right? That's where they are energetically, and they're reeling themselves back in. Especially that doomsday energy that they have, they're reeling themselves back in. They're like, you're getting way too ahead of yourself. It's too early, right? First quarter moon, like it's the beginning of the fool's journey. Like let's reel it in, take it easy with smooth sailing, and let me just put myself out there, right? Because resting and hibernation is a hidden energy. It's hiding, right? Your person's trying to step into a full energy of putting themselves out there, flirting with you, and seeing how you receive it. Okay, so let me see what this other deck has to say. Tell me more about pile one's crush. What would they say to them if they could? What do they wish they could say to them? Tell me more about pile one's person's, their crush's hidden thoughts. Clarity, exactly, right? Clear communication. It says someone finally sees the answer that was always right in front of their eyes. The vision is clear, therefore what is to come shall be clear too. Yeah, clarity, that heavy Gemini energy, heavy Mercury energy, since you have both of the signs that are ruled by that. Ace of Swords, Ten of Swords, just very clear. And even Aquarius is an air sign, right? Which rules communication. And clarity, like this person wishes that they could just be clear, right? Like they would just be clear. That's what I feel. Like they would be clear. They would be direct. They would be open. about how they feel. A lot of you here, your person's very guarded, even those of you in long-term connections. I want 2 more from this deck and take the bottom. Slow down. Just because we want something so bad doesn't mean we have to rush into it. Take a moment to talk with your partner to self-reflect. Take a moment to talk with your partner or self to reflect on what is best. Yeah, this person may need to take a step back. And I did say, like, this person is getting way ahead of themselves, regardless of the stage. For example, again, crush. This person's already thinking long term, 10 years from now, like how bad it's going to be when, again, you haven't even been on a date. If you're dating, this person's already still thinking like 10 years from now when you have kids, and it's like you're not even committed yet. Even if you're committed, it's like, are you engaged? Are you married? Like, this person's always 3-4 steps ahead of what the actual connection is for those of you selecting this pile. And it's like, just pull back, right? That's where your person's thinking. Some of you, your person may slow down a little bit if they haven't already. I feel like a lot of you, it's happened, this current energy, a past energy. That's why you're watching this reading. But it feels like this person will, if not, slow back a little bit. So you may not see them. For example, like if this is your crush and you see them often, maybe you don't have their number, you've never interacted, you've never dated. Maybe they might stop showing up where they normally go, like where you normally see them for a little bit, for a few weeks, while they pull back to gain some clarity, right? Ace of Swords, and the clarity card. Like, they're trying to figure out what it is. Like, one, pull back their energy because it's super intense for a crush, right? They're pulling back to figure it out, right? But something about you, one of the things that they do wish they could tell you, and all of this anxiety, all of these fears that they have, the one thing I do see is how invested this person is in you, right? It says, just because we want something so bad doesn't mean we have to rush into it. That's how this person feels about you and pursuing you, okay? And it's clear, right? It's clear how invested they are in you. They're just realizing that they just need to pull back a little bit, their energy, and work through that stuff, because you are triggering a lot of trauma here for this person, okay? Tell me one more. Thank you. And a commitment is being tested is relevant to this message. Annoyance. Yeah. Conflict. There's a bit of conflict. It says you or your person may be annoyed right now. Give each other space to cool off to avoid more arguments. Yes, space. Okay, so like I said, there's a pullback happening. Those of you where it's not been an extended period of struggle, like if you two for the most part have a good relationship, right? Like, even if it's an early stages crush, if this is someone that you like, you get along well, it's that rough patch, right? The annoyance, the commitment being tested. If this is someone that you've dated and the date went completely wrong, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, this is me the reader, like whatever reason you still want to know, like, hey, is it gonna go beyond this? I mean, why would you want it to, right? It's not, if it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. But again, like I said, I didn't want to dwell on that percentage of you where it's a no. But again, there's some compromise, some adaptability that has to happen within this connection for those of you selecting this pile, that I feel like this step back, like this person's like, needs to step back. Okay? Like, it's not working yet, right? It's not a no, it's a pullback. Okay? Let me see what's at the bottom. Harvest. You planted the seed that the universe gave you. Due to your patience and growth, you are now able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So patience is on the table 2 times because it's in the Saturn card right there. And here it is again. So I see, right? Harvest and wedding, it's like long term, it working out. Just early, there's some chaos and some inconsistencies and some energy that needs to be worked through. And these are all things that your person wishes they could tell you. They wish they could communicate better. They wish that they understood you better, right? You two may not think the same. You may not communicate the same. Like, there's different communication styles, possibly even love languages. And I feel like your person's getting themselves really worked up if they haven't already, right? Like, they're clearly seeing that they need to slow down because of the anxiety, right? The 10 of Swords and the Tower there. So like it's gonna work out. They know they'll be able to have their chance, but like this person needs to breathe, honestly. Like just the energy is intense for me. I feel like this person needs to breathe, okay? So like if you like when you engage this person, make sure you tell them to breathe because they need to breathe, okay? Now, here is the thing. I see here, okay, that this person's super anxious because of that foresight. Like I say foresight, this person again is way ahead of themselves. They're in the Fool, but they see themselves at the end of the journey with you. They could see you being the end all be all person for them with wedding and harvest, right? Right? Commitment is on the table. So it's not lighthearted for them, and they're just worked up and they're super anxious because they feel like you are the one, right? That's how they're feeling. So let me pull from this last deck and we'll close out how this person is feeling. Divine timing is at the bottom. Let's see how Pawan's crush, what they wish they could tell them, what they would tell them if they had the courage. What's Pawan's person's crush? What are their secret thoughts? Some of you, your person knows that they want you long term and they're worried that they're annoying you. They're worried that you find them annoying. Okay, like something about you and your energy, it feels very clear to them that you are annoyed by them, something they do, the way they are. And so they're like pulling back to slow that down. Like they don't want you to be annoyed with them. So they're like, let me just pull back on pile once before I completely fumble it in the tower. Okay. And that's why I feel that pullback is temporary. Like some of you, it's not like they're worked up and they're anxious. Half of you, this person is anxious because they're worried because they feel like they're stressing you out, like they're annoying you. That's why you have your commitment is being tested. They're like, oh no, I'm messing up with pile one. Let me pull back and reassess how to make it right. Okay. That's what's happening. Especially with on the pedestal, like there's a certain energy of like, in some instances, you kind of possibly being a bit stuck up with your person, like being very, possibly even treating them less than, not saying you're doing that, but like they're also very, very insecure and codependent and controlling to a degree. So they overthink everything you do and say. And I feel like that the pullback is that fear, that insecurity, to reassess so that they don't ruin the connection. At least that's what they're seeing. That's how they're seeing it. And if they were a better communicator, they would say that. Okay. So let me get my last cards. Tell me about Pile One's crush. What would they say to them if they weren't afraid? And what are secret feelings? Heartbreak. In reverse, it did come out in reverse, but I wanted you to see that it is heartbreak. But this heartbreak in reverse is that this person's word doesn't want to experience heartbreak. They want to avoid it as much as possible, hence the pullback, hence the worry. Because of that percentage of you where you're gonna get the denial, the rejection, clearly, it's because this person's avoiding, like they don't want to feel any trauma associated with love if they can help it. And most of you here, if this person would say it, they would clearly tell you, like, I don't want to have my heart broken. That's so sad. Oh, but that is how your crush is feeling, Pile One. Okay, they don't want to experience any type of heartbreak. Okay, they're worried. They would literally tell you, I don't want you, Pile One, to break my heart. Okay, that is the energy coming through for your person. You got a lot going on. Let's see. Give me one more, well, two more. And we'll close it out. Take the bottom. What else can I see? Yeah, look at that pullback energy. And I did have divine timing at the bottom. So something about the right time, right? Slow down, not now. Like this person it doesn't feel, honestly, they are not ready. They got a lot going on. Okay, they have to work through their feelings, simmer down their energy, that anxiety that they have about you. Right? They don't, because this is avoidant energy, avoiding heartbreak. We're not right now, slowing down. Okay. One more. We'll take the secrets. Yeah, exactly. They'd rather hide their feelings. If they were brave enough, they would tell you straight up that they'd rather not tell you how they feel, or that they're not going to. They would tell you. They would say, Power One, I'm not trying to discuss how I feel. Okay. For now, Power One, your crush feels very content on feeling how they feel about you internally, right? So that they can process it. You have friends first. Yeah, it might be a little too much for them. It may be. It feels like it's a bit much. It feels like a lot for your person, okay? So especially those of you early stages, right? Crush, like some of you, this is an ex that you're gonna start again, and I could see that. Like this is someone that you have a lot of trauma with, like you went through a lot together, and it's like, you know what? We're finally cordial again. Like, how about we just take it all the way slow? Like, let's not date right now. Let's start friends. Okay? But yeah, a lot of you, most of you that are here for brand new, very, very early first quarter connections, your person's wanting to pull back. They have a deep fear of rejection, of heartbreak, of being betrayed, of being devastated. Like this person may have a history of trauma and connections in general. Like they're very, very just concerned, one, about how they feel, and also they're worried about the future of the connection. So they want to take it slow, and they don't necessarily want to be serious with harvest and wedding yet, right? They'd rather see how it goes as friends, right? With your commitment is being tested. Like, see if you two would make good friends first. See if you two are compatible in that way. And then they'd be comfortable once that friendship is established, furthering it over time. Okay? So that is all I have for you today, Pile 1. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, Pile 2, my ice cream pile. We're going to look to see what your crush wishes they could tell you. As I said in the intro, this could apply to brand new, true crush, not have ever communicated connections, or it could even be for people that are like literally married. It just depends on your stage of your connection, that you're just trying to see with the person you have in mind. So we'll see what their secret thoughts are, what they wish they could tell you, what they are holding back from you. And yeah, so I want to say that when I started your pile just now, it was 555. So that could be a number you're seeing often, or those could just be like a sign that there's a lot of changes your person wishes they could tell you about. Like there's so much going on with your person, good or bad, doesn't have to be bad, but changes are just shifts, transformations, whether in their life or in the connection. And they that's what they wish they could tell you about. Okay, so we'll see what that is, and maybe we'll see what it is that's stopping them from saying that. Let me see. I want to get an overview from this pile. Tell me what my pile 2, my ice cream pile crush wishes they could tell them. What's that? Playing the field. Someone is not ready to settle down. Too much fun playing the field. Just be careful with your sexuality. Some of your person's not ready for connection, or they don't feel like you're ready for connection. But I want to get my good shuffle so that I can see what comes out. Like I said, there's always a polarity. Some of you, it is they want to talk to you about whether or not you're ready, and they want to express that they are not ready. There it is. Let's see. Teamwork. Whatever you lack, they got you, and vice versa. You have found your teammate in love and in life. Your person, they feel like you two work really well together. Okay? Some of you, because of how it came through, like the playing the field, it feels like games. You may know this person through some type of physical activity. Could be the gym. You may play some sort of sport together or something like that. And they kind of want to leave the connection at that level. Like they don't want to proceed it beyond that. Like some of you, that is what your crush wishes they could tell you. For whatever reason, they don't want to, but they'd rather either play the field and stay friends with you, or they feel like because you want to play the field, they'd rather just be like, keep the connection at whatever this is. Now, if you know that's you, that's your message. Others of you, this person feels like you two just work really well together, right? even if you two are on some type of team together, do something athletic together, work out together, they just feel like you two mesh really, really well. And they're wondering how you would receive it if they were to pursue you romantically. Okay, this is my brand new crushes. Okay, and if you're in an established connection, right, and everything's going well, and you're not playing the field, they're not playing the field, you know, it's steady, this person's they're wondering possibly if you want to take the next stage with them, because they just feel like you two just work really, really well together. You're very complementary, and like there's no reason to pursue other connections with playing the field, because they've got everything they need with you. Or they, you know, early stages, they feel like they could have everything they need with you. Nice energy coming through. Okay. The bottom, online connection. Someone online will spark your interest. Just be sure to check if they are who they claim to be. Okay. So some of you may have met online. Some of you may meet online. Some of you may work online. Like it just, you know what I mean? Like this could be the nature of the connection. A lot of you, because we have online, I associate that with, communicating via any form of text, whether it is DMs, whether it is emails or text messages. This could be your confirmation that this is your pile, based on the fact that this is how you primarily communicate with this person, through chats. You know what I mean? Like this is how you communicate with this person primarily. And they wish they could use however means of communication they have with you to express that. Okay, so let's see what the tarot has to say. Something about water, and some of you may swim, like you may swim together with this person. I say that because they're by a waterfall, they're going by the water, and then she has a towel on her head, like, so it feels like wet hair. Okay, so that could be some sort of context with you and this person. Tell me more about Pile 1's crush. What do they wish they could tell Pile 1? What are they keeping from Pile 1? Ooh, 2. You may have wanted to pick Pile 1. It does feel like completely different energy, but I am on Pile 2, and I'm very clearly understanding that I'm in Pile 2. So I don't know why. Something about the number 1 could be relevant for you. It could be simply that they want to make sure that they are the only one, or make it clear to you that you are the only one. That could be the message coming through, since I keep wanting to say 1. Tell me more about Pile 2's person. How is Pile 2's crush? That's a lot of cards. We're not taking them. How is Pile 2's crush? What are they wanting to say to them? I'm like, I lost all my thought and everything. They may lose their train of thought when thinking of you. Okay. Tell me more about Pile 2's crush. All right. 5 of Cups. Some of you, this person feels like they misses their chance with you, like, or they missed their opportunity. They missed their shot. Okay, because the 5 of Cups is a cup of spilled milk, right? It is 3 cups spilled over, and just wallowing in that energy instead of paying attention to the 2 that you have behind you, right? Like you've got 2 chances, 2 opportunities to be grateful for behind you, but you're wallowing on the 3 shots. So this person may be thinking about any mistakes that they've made, or any time that they've had an opportunity to pursue you, and they feel like they wasted it, and blah, 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 blah. Even though there's still 2 chances there. Because what I like about this Revelations deck is that there is a reversal read. So here are 3 cups spilled with 5 of Cups upright. And if it would have come out in reverse, here she is with her 2 cups still available to her, right? And that's the energy of the card, is there's 2 cups available that you just can't see because you're wallowing in the 3 that have spilled. And that's your person's energy. They just feel like they missed out on something, or they messed something up, or they didn't do something right. And they're just really worried about it. They may want to apologize about it, but like they just feel like they messed something up. Okay. What is that all about? Tell me more about Pile 2's crush. Why do they feel like they messed something up? What would they say to Pile 2 if they could? Yeah, they're really stressed out, really anxious. I told you I saw 555. Like it was 555 at the time I started your reading, and you got 5 and 5. Listen, I can't make that up, right? Look at this chaos. Look at this fighting, the struggle. This person feels like they're struggling right now. This may not even be related to you. Okay? It could. Some of you, if you're in a connection, they may feel like you're supporting them in some sense, right? Because they may feel a bit down, like they're struggling a little bit. They may feel like you're stabilizing them a little bit, those of you in connections. But yeah, I mean, your crush feels like they missed out on something. They messed something up. They lost out, and they're really anxious and struggling. What is that all about? I'll get another card and see. We'll take the bottom after that. Tell me about Pao-Tu's person. What would they say to Pao-Tu if they have the courage? What is that? I don't know why I threw it. I had it in my hand and I just threw it down anyway. Like, it's like someone throwing in a towel. It's like the person may be in frustration, because that's a very frustrated energy of like, I'm not even worried about it. Like, I just messed everything up with Pao-Tu and just throwing in a towel. Like, that's kind of the energy. Like, your person may feel very defeated, whether it's related to the connection or just something in their life. Okay. Knight of Cups. Yeah, it could very well be the connection, because the Knight of Cups is like very passionate, pursuing, chasing. This is the lover of the knights, right? This person, this knight is a knight that is very active in pursuit. It knows, it's very passionate, very romantic, knows how to talk to people in a loving way. Like, this is the one that knows how to pursue someone romantically. And for whatever reason, your person, your crush, feels like they missed out on that energy. Now, the good news is, in all of this energy of I messed up, I missed out, like I don't know what to do, it's leading into this Knight of Cups. So this person's being all chaotic with themselves and trying to like pursue you, right? They would tell you they know they messed up. They know that they were combative or whatever it is they did, but they're sorry and they want to come in. Okay. This is mostly for those of you in like those established some type of connection, whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, this is the energy of a brand new crush feeling like they keep missing you. So for example, like they may get somewhere a little bit later or too early, or they might be in a hurry, so they don't have time to stop and engage you. Like, this is someone that's deeply frustrated that they can't seem to find the energy or the time or the space or the right way to pursue you in that Knight of Cups energy. That's what your crush wishes they could tell you, that they keep missing you, that they keep, coming at the wrong time, that they keep, you know what I mean? Like they just feel like they keep missing their chance or messing their chance up. Okay. The Hermit. Okay. So number 9, that is the energy of Virgo. It is, because it rules of Virgo, and it is day-to-day energy. It is routine. So yeah, someone's been messing up their routine. Like, your person may be off their routine, and because of that, they're missing you, right? Because online connection is also distance. Like, they may not see you anymore where they're used to seeing you, because they threw off their routine, and in doing so, they don't see you as regularly as they used to, or they had to shift their routine for some reason. Or maybe they're not outside as much because you have online connection and Hermit. So because of that, they're not seeing you, and it's really having them frustrated because they want to pursue in the Knight of Cups. Okay. But yeah, it's definitely health, fitness, and wellness. So again, could be your gym appointment. Like, you may have shifted your gym appointment. They may be shifting their gym appointment. One of you may be working out at home. Like, those are the types of scenarios that I can be thinking where you're not seeing each other anymore or as frequently. So now their chances to be brave are minimal, right? Whereas they may have seen you every single Tuesday, maybe now they're seeing you one Tuesday out of the month, if that makes sense. So those are the examples that I'm using, for sure. Yeah, and Virgo is very in the details. So this person's, in some instances, timing how they can like see you, and they keep missing it, and it's making them frustrated. Okay. That's what they wish they could tell you, is that they keep trying to catch you and they can't because the timing is off. Okay. And then the details of a routine. It's like they may be not in a routine at all anymore. Five of Wands, struggling and just can't seem to find a time to make it where they normally go to see you, right? Yeah. And then some of you, this person is just not going outside. Okay. And that's what's happening. Sorry, I don't mean to knock that. So let's hop into the astrology based oracle decks so we can see. Tell me more about your crush. How to. What is your crush? What do they wish they could tell you? I'll take them both. So we've got Cancer, which is the nurturer. Some of you, your person's really not outside. Like you have online and you have Hermit. So like this person's not out as much. So like whatever it is they use, especially if you're used to being out, like they're very active. Like if you would see them at the gym or you would see them doing some type of activity, they're not in that setting anymore or as much. Okay? Because again, they're out of their routine. They've shifted, something happened. Okay? Especially if they lost something or they messed up something or they gave something up. Okay? Because, and I say that because Cancer, it is fourth house energy, okay, of the home, of comforts. So this person may have a more comfortable way of doing something, or you do. And because of that, you're not, the routine they were used to doesn't exist the way that it was. Okay. With nurturer, you may be focused on your health. They may be focused on their health. Like I said, it's very active health and wellness energy, especially with that Virgo. But here we have that. Okay. With the Cancer, with the crab. Okay. And I mentioned water, and crabs do that is water, and Cancer is the water sign. So could be very, very relevant here. Very, very relevant. So let's see what this is. Winning crescent transform. Yeah, something shifted. Something that was comfortable, that was routine, is shifting. And your person wishes that they could talk to you about it. Or maybe they're wishing they had a way. Some of you, your person doesn't have a way of contacting you, hence the online, like they're looking you up online. They may even, with teamwork, be asking their friends, like their friends, your friends, the people that they would see in the setting about you, like, you know, what happened to pile 2, or, you know what I mean? Like trying to get your contact information. That's what I see. At the bottom, you've got waxing give us strength. Yeah, a lot. Some of you, this person is trying to regain their strength. Like, again, a lot. Like, they're building their strength. Some of you, this person's like at the gym, working out all the time, and they want you to know. This person wants you to know they're taking care of their health, their wellness, they're getting in shape. Like, I don't know why that's a thing, but they definitely want you to know. Okay? That's a huge thing coming through. Some of you, they want you to know they're taking care of their home. Others of you, I think that we did get this energy earlier in the very first deck where it was like playing the field, I think tried to come out, where this person's like, yeah, I'm very physically active, I'm getting in shape, but like either they were thinking you were playing the field and dating around, or they felt you were thinking they were doing that, and they want you to know they're inside. They're like, nope, I'm inside in my home with Cancer. I'm in my hermit. Like, I am home alone. That's what your person wishes they could tell you. Like, that's what they would tell you. Okay. Okay. So let me see. Some of you, it's unfortunate because, like, I feel like your crush doesn't know how to contact you, which is interesting. And some of you, they just are afraid to for whatever reason. Some of you, they're debating on whether or not they're going to message you like online, or, you know, because some of you, they did find the social, but they're freaking out and struggling with it because they definitely ask. They definitely asked around for your contact information where that applies. So let's see. Tell me more about How-To's crush. What would they tell How-To if they weren't afraid? What are they keeping from How-To? Oh, it's 2. Secret, like sneaky, right? Like a card slipping from under, right? It's interesting. It's like, okay. So full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. Now, Aries rules our energy. I don't know if I talk about this that much on the channel, but it is first house of self identity. So it is how you kind of like your appearance and everything. So this person is kind of working on their appearance. I'm telling you, the way they eat, the way that they, like something about their fitness and wellness, they're very much prioritizing, and they want you to know. But like Aries is your energy, right? It's your active principle. So you like, this person's go, 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 go. And some of you, this person's wishing they could tell you like they're, you know, especially if this is like early stage, like where they used to message you and they're not, it's not because they don't want to, they're really busy. They're not dating around or anything like that. They're just super busy, right? Especially with health and wellness, teamwork, building, whatever they're doing, they're on the go, okay? Like they've got a lot going on. And there's no structure to it. They need to find, like they're trying to find a structure. Some of you, okay, so it's two different things. Some of you, it's so much chaos in their life that there's literally no structure with 5 of Cups and 5 of Wands, that 5. Others of you, it's a lot, it's overwhelming, but they literally are as organized gets, and they just literally don't have any time in the day, okay? Because Aries is the active principle, okay? But it also is ruled by Mars, which is like the god of war. And so this person also, if they weren't afraid, they would tell you, like, I don't know why they're willing to fight for you is coming through with strength and the 5 of Wands. Like, some of you, this person's literally in competition with other people with you, whether you realize it or not. That's very interesting. But here we are with full moon. Surrender to the divine. And so what they would tell you is, I don't know why I'm acting like I can't just shift and make space. What they would tell you is that, see, look, I'm like layering cards in place. I don't have to, like, they're just stacking things on top of. Some of you, this person's like double booked. Like they may, especially like with online connection, like when we talk about meetings, like on Teams and on Zoom, like they're like double booked for meetings and everything. If that applies to their life, okay? Like they're like, they have to let something go in some instances because they truly don't have enough time. But with the fiery climax approaches and surrenders to the divine, they would tell you that they're almost there. They're almost done. Whatever they're working on, whatever goal stuff they've got going on, they're almost there. And once they reach whatever personal goal, because again, house 1 of self, whatever that is, then they'll surrender and have more time to, I guess, be in that Knight of Cups energy. Okay, conclusions are within reach with full moon eclipse. We do have a couple of eclipses coming up. It could be related to the full moon. Okay. If you're watching this in real time, it could be any time. All of you, it could be any time, but just timelines that I'm getting are could be Aries season, but because we have all full moons here, full moon in Aries happens during Libra season, right? So that's and at that point, so it could be related to that season. Also, I don't know, I feel like there may be some eclipses coming up, so it could be related to those. Others of you, it could, because you have 3 full moons, it could literally just be a full moon. Even the upcoming one, since Aries is here, which Aries season is approaching, not like, yeah, it is Aries season now. Yep, definitely is. So could be real time for some of you. Others of you, just full moons are relevant, eclipses are relevant, Aries, Libra season relevant. Okay, interesting. I'm realizing there's another 5 on the table with 15. So 5, so your person's going through with some of you. Okay, so tell me more about Pal. Tell me more about Pal 2's person. I can move this here for space. Tell me more about Pile 2's person. What is Pile 2's crush wanting to tell them? What would they tell them if they want to say? And where are they keeping secrets? I think it's interesting that your person's keeping it. It makes sense if it's early stages, because like this person doesn't know you. But like, it's just weird that they're being all secretive about like their health and wellness. So like maybe it could be like a health scare or something. Hopefully they're okay, because that seems to be some sort of a concern for some of you. But like the fact that their health is a thing. right? Like their fitness. Others of you, they're just not vain, but they're like, oh, let me just get myself together. And then when Pal 2 sees me, you know what I mean? Like some of you, it's that. That's funny. I think that's cute. Wow. Fiery climax is truly approaching because that card just, it's like flying out. Okay. I'm trying to like keep it as neat as I can. I cannot. We have Taurus energy, trust, patience, sensuality. Yeah, especially those of you like where your person has like a solid build, because Tauruses are known for like indulgent energy. It's known to be very indulgent in food and not very active. So if your person is known for like that energy, like very slow moving energy, then they've picked up. Okay. But it says trust, patience, sensuality. So if they weren't not communicating or keeping whatever this is from you, they would say like, you know, they would ask you to be patient. They would tell you that like they are trying to look good, which is hilarious for you. They would tell you how attracted to you they are, because this is Venus energy here. So Mars and Venus together. So again, they do kind of feel like you two are Mars and Venus with that teamwork card. You two have that kind of matching energy, could be divine connection. But yeah, I mean, Taurus, the second house is stability. All right, it's assets. This person could be building their assets, working a lot. Something to do with the house possibly, because we have Taurus and Cancer here, whereas Cancer is the home, like home. Like it's a house in the form of a home, and Taurus is house in the form of an asset. So could be that, could be related to that, things that this person would tell you if they weren't afraid or secretive. Because some of this person's not necessarily afraid, they're just secretive and introverted. Those types of things. Yeah, I mean, this is again focusing on themselves, focus on their money, their assets. That's what's going on with this person. Okay, and that's what they would tell you if they weren't so secretive. Because I don't feel like this pile is so much as afraid, so much as they're just deeply private, keeping their business moving in silence, right? So like I don't really get that like that. If anything, this person's not afraid at all, because in some instances this person feels like they may have approached you or your situation wrong. So they're not afraid to approach. They just feel like they've messed up. And some of you, those of you where it is a fear, it's not a fear, it's more of a hesitation. Like maybe I should ease up on pile 1 so that pile 2. Sorry, some of you did want to pick pile 1. And the reason why I keep saying that is because it may be to push you to pick it if you were called to. Like some of you are hesitating on whether or not you're picking the pile. If you are, stop doing that so that I can stop accidentally saying it. Okay, pile 1. Okay, please just go pick it. Okay. And I don't normally do that, but I keep saying it accidentally, and I definitely set for this pile. I even did I went outside and everything between piles. So it's no reason for pile 1 to even show up here. Okay. Now, pile 2, tell me more about what pile 2's crush wishes they could tell them. It's so funny because I'm going to take this card because it was there and I stopped for it, and then that one decided it wanted to join the party. So yeah, I mean, there may be some delays. There may be some, I don't want to say third party in the sense of other people, could be. Like I do sense a little bit of competition in some instances, like people that may be competing for you. Like you may have more than one person from the same setting interested in you, right? Including your crush, and your crush knows that, is aware of that, and sees that, and they don't like it. And they're stressed out about it because they know they've got a lot going on. So maybe they don't have the time to really engage, and that's bothering them. And others of you, it's not even that. It's just that your person, the third party, is your person's life. Like, you know what I mean? Like they are busy. But the beauty in your person, and I'm not gonna lie, like what they wish they could tell you is their plans, their goals, what they're trying to do. Honestly, I could see your person because they're trying to really, like they're so busy, even if they're not in a stable routine. They're working towards so much that like they're gonna be very successful as it relates to health, fitness, their money, their goals, because like they're really building, okay? And they're almost there with a fiery climax approaches and conclusions within reach. Like they're like they've surrendered to the situation for now. Okay, so let's see what this is, because this is the one that threw itself in my hand. Capricorn, what did I say? I'm talking about this, and this, look what comes up. It says ambition, realism, methodical steps. Exactly. This person has steps day to day that they have to do. This person just really like focused on being the best version of themselves, and that's good. Like they have their own identity. Truly, with the Aries here, first house energy, they have their own identity and they're working on that. They're building themselves up. And Capricorn is also ruled by Saturn. It is 10th house of social status and career. So you've got money and career here too. Actually, all three earth signs. This is a very, very stable person. All three earth signs, because Hermit is Virgo. So routine, career, health, wellness, money. This person's feeling like a total package. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I could see why you have a crush on this person. And like, they're just really just trying to make sure that they maintain and that they continue to build and ascend. And just for now, if you're no contact, right? If you're no contact, this is why. If they've pulled back, this is why, right? If it seems like they've got a lot going on, and even in their interactions with you, it's cold and distant, possibly even detached, this is why, right? Focus on their health, wellness, money, career, social status, all the stuff they're building. They're in build mode, okay? That's why you've got teamwork right there. They're building. You have Jupiter. Look at that. This person's really growing and expanding, and they're very lucky. This person's in a very blessed phase of life because, again, glowing up physically, glowing up career-wise, money-wise, like health-wise. Like they're on the up and up. Like this is a very lucky, fortunate time. So as far as their looks, right? I see their looks here. First house and Taurus energy. You know, all of the stuff I mentioned, growing and expanding that. Okay, that's Sagittarius energy. Okay, that is ninth house of higher education. Like this person may be learning something. They may be studying abroad. They may just be ascending in their career right here with Capricorn, Jupiter, right? Like they're just growing. They're really building. And that's actually, if this is someone you're going to actually be with, right? Since we're leading with that dominant energy of a crush, if this is someone you're going to actually be with, this is for their highest good as well as you, right? Because you two will be in a much better position based on what they're doing. Those of you where this is like a person you're actively dating or even deeper in a connection with, let this person work, okay? Like they are, like this is for your future, especially those of you where you're in committed connections, where you're truly like seeing each other long term. Like this is what's best for your future, okay? And theirs, regardless of how the connection continues or doesn't, okay? But yeah, I mean, this person, this is the energy that I expect to come through when you ask about your crushes, because this is big crush energy. This is someone that you should be having a crush on from what I see. So good for you, pal, too. At the bottom, I'm holding the deck in reverse. There I go. But it's okay. We'll put it upright so I can read it, and I'll put it back the way that I picked it up. Dream and transcend. This person is not going to live in the clouds. Straight up. This is big, stable energy. I'm not gonna lie. Okay? Very much so. This is someone that, right? Neptune in reverse. This is Virgo Pisces axis, right? Neptune rules. I'm trying to see if I can get it to where, there it is. Now you can see everything. So Pisces energy is very dream, illusion based. It's 12th house energy of within. It is energy of kind of living in the clouds, of fantasy, not being grounded in the real world. This person is as grounded gets. There is every single earth sign on this table, okay? All three, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, in that order as they fell. This person's grounded. They are not living in Pisces energy at all, okay? And that's why it may seem like romance is taking a back seat, or your connection's taking a back seat, because this person is in expansion mode. They're grounded in their routine and their day-to-day and what they have to get done. Okay? Like they're very logical right now. They're in their logical mind. They're in their conscious mind, right? Right now. So let me pull from these love-based decks And we'll see. I've got 3. So tell me more about Pile 2's crush. What would they tell Pile 2 if they could? And you know, what are they not saying to Pile 2? What are they keeping secret? Tell me more. Okay, so you've got getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And it is in reverse. So lots of energy. First of all, your person's like, they don't have time for that right now. Which is funny because it kind of contracts that energy earlier that was coming. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Those of you where this person's like trying to hunt you down because they're not seeing you, getting to know each other in reverse, they don't know how they're going to do that. They're trying to figure out how to do that. They will with the fiery climax approaches, and they're very dedicated to doing so. Like, they're not like living in their head. They're not constantly thinking. I mean, they are constantly thinking about you, but they're not content doing that with Neptune in reverse. They are physically trying to take action towards you, right? And they will tell you that if they ever encounter you, right? Now, others of you where your person knows that you're available, they have contact with you, they're just super consumed by all of the stuff. This is the get to know each other in reverse is they don't have time for that. Okay? It's not that they don't want to, they just don't have time for that. And some of you, they're fine with not having time for that right now, even though it upsets them, because they know enough about you that they're gonna continue, right? Like, they're comfortable and confident with, what's the word I'm looking for? Not forfeiting, kind of delaying the time that they have with you to pursue these things, because they know enough about you to know that they either want you or that eventually they'll have time to do it, just not right now. Getting to know each other in reverse. So let me see. Tell me more about Pile 2's crush. What would they say to Pile 2 if they could? And I've got 2. See, why everything is am I holding the deck upside down? I'm not. Ooh, okay. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. This person's not having fun at all, just so we clear. Like, they want you to know that they are alone. Like, they want you to know that they're single. Attraction reverse is also like they're not like attracted to anybody else. They're not dating anyone. They're not getting to know anybody, right? Getting to know each other, attraction reverse. This love is not something that is a priority for those of them that are consumed by their individual lives, okay? And also, they don't have moments. They don't have time, right? Enjoying this moment fully is about time. Attraction reverse. And I know some of you are looking at that and like, oh, don't want to get to know me, not attracted to me. That's not it. Reversals are not necessarily no's. They are about delays and blockages. There's a blockage to this. Some of you, it's literally physical distance and not having your contact. Others of you, it's literally time and just being in such a schedule that's not working out for them to have time to interact with you. But it's there, it's just not the time, especially since you do have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Some of you could be related to some family issues with Cancer energy coming through that this person is dealing with, especially since you have Capricorn and Cancer, that's mother and father energy. So it could be this person's focus on like their parents and whatnot. It could be that, okay? It could be that. Okay, so let me sit with this before I take the bottom and see what's going on. Healing family issues lets me know that and that they don't want you to know they have trauma associated with like family, okay? And their romantic connections and their emotional vulnerability. And because they've got so much going on in their life already, they're not really trying to do that and unpack that with you. Okay? That is what I see. And also, let's see. Those of you in third parties, right? They're not engaging. And when I say third party, I mean I mean, either way, it could be your third party, as in you have like a family, they have a family, whatever the stuff is. We don't judge. We just read the energy. The blockage, the delay is like there's issue. There's a family involved. You know what I mean? Like, so that is what's happening. Is that there are possibly children involved in the connection where it's like a blockage to, you know, denying the attraction, avoiding getting to know each other, because then you're going to have to actually address the issues in whatever current connection either or both of you are in. Okay? And some of you, the third party is not an existing connection. It's previous connections. It's like getting to know you, acknowledging the attraction is going to make them address all of the things. Because family issues can just be relationship issues, right? It could be friendships, observed romantic connections, experienced romantic connections, whatever they've seen or experienced in the past as it relates to love and romance, or just connections in general. There's a fear here in some instances. So at the bottom, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Yeah, that this person, as it relates to, I'll put this here. This person wants to express. Some of you, they just don't know how because of trauma, or they don't have time because they're busy. Okay? Doesn't mean that they're not going to. It just means that there's a delay and that they don't know how to, or they don't have the time to, or there's no way to right now. Okay? So let me pull from this other oracle deck. Let me see more about pile 2. Tell me about pile 2's crush. What would they say to pile 2 if they weren't afraid? Breakup. Some of them will need a breakup. Others of them, this is that time apart that they need, especially those of you where they're trying to force the time to engage you and it's not really happening. They're going to let you know, like, hey, listen, let me just make it through this stuff and then I'll get back at you. Okay? Tell me more about pile 2's crush. What would they say to pile 2 if they weren't being so secretive, or if they weren't afraid, or if they could? And that's maturing energy, laughter. The laughter shared between soulmates warms the spirit in a way no code could ever. So this person's very invested in you. They want to enjoy you, right? Express your love. If they knew how to express themselves clearly, or if they had the time to, they would make sure that you knew, like, that they enjoy you, right? Especially with it falling on getting to know each other in reverse. They don't have to. You, like, it's like you two kind of connected instantly. Like you two bonded, possibly even laughed and connected on something that was funny before you even like formally met or knew each other's names or really dated. Like you were already laughing at something together. I can see that. Like they would tell you, like they already feel like you two just really, and that you're the light. I hate to say light of their life, but in some instances, yeah, like you are the fun in all of this seriousness. Okay? So tell me more about pile 2's person. Tell me about pile 2's crush. Thank you. Divine union. Congratulations. It's time to celebrate. Both you and your partner have healed and learned the important lessons to allow this union to manifest. This person would say to you, and honestly, they will in time. I feel like this is, so far, this pile is a if this person gets your information, if this person, once this person reaches where they're trying to go, whatever goal they're trying to reach, like they're not worried about getting to know you and like the attraction and whatnot. Like, and they in their mind, they know already, right? Like I felt like I mentioned, they know. With laughter and divine union, they already feel like you two are deeply connected, and that you connect on a level where getting to know each other is kind of a no-brainer. They're not worried about that, right? I feel like these reversals are, they're not worried about the family issues. They're not worried about the attraction. They're not worried about getting to know each other because the laughter and the divine union. So let me get my last card from this deck. I have one more deck and we'll see. Well, look at this. Okay, you know what? I complain a lot about these decks. I'll take it. It's three, and it's gonna take me longer to reshuffle than it is to just take these cards. Goodness. But you have sensual healings, where that's it. We're not gonna develop it. But it does say that this energy can be used to reconnect, to let your bodies release some tension and enjoy pleasure. I will say I'm glad. I hate that this card came out because of YouTube, but it's not an inappropriate card. It's fine. It is educational. It is informational. It's true. And I'm not flagging this video because it came through to let us know, like, getting to know each other, attraction, family issues. This person would say, don't worry about the time that you two are apart, or don't worry about the fact that this person doesn't have as much time. Like, the minimal time they have with you is all they need. Like, the minimal time they have with you trumps any long days they could have with anyone else, right? They cherish the moments with you. And also, don't worry about whether or not they're attracted to you, or that if they're attracted to anyone else, because it's, again, I can see that in distance, right? Especially those of you where there's contact. Like, I'm not talking about the early, don't have each other's contact information here at this point. This person's, if you interact or did, they're like, don't worry about it. Like, they are attracted to you to the point of, like, divine union, right? That sensual healing. So don't worry about that. Okay. And then you have butterflies and freedom that decided that they wanted to speak as well. It says, enjoy overwhelming excitement and bliss of new or old love. And then it says, freedom says, when we can be our truest selves, we are then able to freely love. Okay. Butterflies and laughter and freedom. So this person would say that they value freedom and a connection to focus on themselves and to focus on building their lives individually, right? But that doesn't change the butterflies they have for you. And honestly, especially if you've been giving them the grace to do so, and you haven't been, like, making a big deal about it, if you two are dating, that makes them even happier. It's like, it makes them sure with you because you're giving them that space, that grace to do what they need to do, right? To build themselves up. All right. So let's see what's at the bottom. Children. Children are a significant factor in your love life. This may signify the desire for them or someone's inner child needing attention. There's so many things coming through for this card. Some of you, it is that energy I picked up on earlier where there are families involved. And that could be the case. Others of you, this person's kind of setting themselves up for a future with a family because you have divine union and children. Like, this person, you know, they can see you being someone that they would want that kind of a life with. And that's part of that needing to double down on making sure they're in good fitness, in good health, and making sure they're in a good financial situation. What's hard? They're where they want to be in their career, right? All of the things because, right, strength, physically strong, you know what I mean? Like I said, that's part of good health, okay? Because they can see that future. And also, with laughter and butterflies, they would tell you, you make them feel like a child. Like, the word crush is very childlike. It's like little kids. So, like, this person would tell you that, one, they have a crush on you too, but also, like, that you give them butterflies, and, like, that you make them laugh, and that you make them feel very young, like very youthful, very playful, even in all of the serious structure, working, building, growing, goal-oriented energy. This person has fun with you. Okay. So, beautiful. Let me take 3 from this deck. This is my Twin Flame Soulmate Oracle. We'll take 3 and we'll close it out. So tell me my last comments about Powtoo's crush. What does Powtoo's crush wish they could say to them? And what would they say if they could? What are they being secretive about? What are their hidden thoughts? Tell me. That one truly flew because I didn't have as much momentum with that shuffle as that card would make you think. Dream lover. Beautiful. And I got a ton of channeled songs, so this might be my super musical pile. Yeah. Honestly, even like, because I was thinking like Dream Lover, like the Mariah Carey song, but like there's also like there's literally 3 songs on the like 4 songs on the table, right? That's crazy. So let me and I'll shuffle because so much is going on. I'm not listing all of that. I may shuffle a playlist and get you one. Give me more for Pile 2. Tell me more about Pile 2's crush. What would they say to Pile 2 if they could? What are they keeping from Pile 2? Tell me my final thoughts for Pile 2's crush. There's a lot going on. This person's very careful with their words. I feel like Pile 2, sometimes you may mistake how careful and calculated and detail oriented this person is with their communication. Like that's their communication style, for poor communication or for a lack of communication or limited communication. But this person's very calculated in the things they say. I don't know what that was. I should have grabbed it. Very calculated. Look at that. The 1. And look, right in the center with divine union. That's what they would tell you. You're their dream lover. They're 1. Right? That's why they're comfortable. You know what? It's funny because this person's like put it, for the most part of this pile, it feels like someone that put their head down and is just really getting to work on building up their life. And this person's comfortable doing that because they feel like they've already found their match, their divine union in you. Right? They can't wait to be with you in an intimate way, right? And you know, that's coming through. But they can't wait until all of this until they reach where they want to be so that they can show you, right? Because again, dream lover, the 1, that's how they see you. And that is what they wish to tell you. They wish to tell you that they want a divine union with you and that you are their 1. Okay? Like a dream. And that teamwork, perfect match. So give me my last card. Tell me my last message for Pile 2. What's Pile 2's crush? Wish they could tell them. There's, okay, well, I said one more, but here we are. I'm curious to see what that reversal is. And it landed on online connection. So it's going to be related to that online energy, those messages. Love grows in reverse. Oh, I heard something very specific. Okay, I'm not gonna let me get the dominant energy and then I'll hit that specific message. So Pile 2, 1, love grows is like a tree with lots of branches. This person is saying that again, they're not engaging other people, they're not spreading their love. You're the 1, and love grows in reverse would imply kind of like a stifling of a love. So it's like if you are engaging anyone on social media, right? If you're engaging someone on social media and that they've observed and or that they feel like you might be doing that, okay? I don't know why. That's the thing, because I feel like a lot of you, this person's super busy, but it's like they're not too busy to be watching your social media or seeing who you've interacted with on social media. They don't want you doing that because it landed specifically here, and I knew it was going to be related to that. And they feel very strongly about that with strength here, and then expression. Yeah, they don't like that. Interesting energy. What is this? Cold heart. Yeah. Because they came out together. So this person wants you to not date out. Like they want you to like be patient and just kind of sit tight for them. Like they obviously would never say that to your face, hence why we're pulling up their secret hidden thoughts, what they wish they could tell you. Because this person can't tell you that. This is like this person can't tell you that. That's funny though. But yeah, I mean, they're like, you just keep your distance, you be cold, you be detached to other people on social media and online, or whoever you're talking to online, whether it is social media or through email, you know what I mean? Whoever you're communicating with. That's very specific. Let me see what's at the bottom. Love nest. Yeah, so with the love nest, it feels like this person's kind of already like committed without being committed, depending on the stage of the connection, right? Like a nesting. Some of you, this person is actually nesting for children. So if this is my more, if those of you here in connections, you're my experience connections, you may be long term. Some of you may be expecting a child. Your person's nesting, especially if you're expecting a child and this person's off working somewhere away from you, or if this person's not living with you, they're nesting. Okay. And others of you, if this is a person that you're dating or engaging, right, or having a crush on, and you know they have children, they are focusing on their children too. Okay, like they have to prioritize their children for a little bit. All right. But yeah, this person, where none of that applies, if it's a crush, there's no children, no families involved, you're not entertaining other people, they're not entertaining other people, they're saying don't worry about the lack of interaction here with love roles in reverse. It's not a cold heart, like you're their dream lover, you're the one. It's a love nest. Like you don't have to grow their love. Don't worry about building the connection right now, because you don't have to grow their love, because it's already there with love nest, right? And the one. All right. So that is all I have for you today, pile 2. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 3, if you selected the cookies, or specifically the Oreo cookies, then this is your reading. Let's see what your crush wishes they could tell you. As I said in the previous piles, this could be your crush, like a brand new crush, like first day crush, like day 1, or it could be established connections, whatever applies for you and the person you have specifically in mind. Now, I want to say whoever you're asking about, like your person feels like they're running out of time. I was like, let me hurry up. I don't even know why. As soon as I stepped into pile 3's energy, it was like, let me hurry up. Like I am needing to hurry up. So let me just get into the reading. But that's the dominant energy coming through for your person's energy so far. Okay. So yeah, that's me adjusting. Sorry. Okay. So tell me about pile 3, my Oreo cookie. Tell me about this person. What would pile 3's crushes? What would pile 3's crush like to say? They may stumble over their words sometimes, or they may just stumble over their words when interacting with you, or lose their words and what to say. But tell me about pile 3. Tell me about pile 3's crush. What would they say to pile 3 if they could, if they weren't scared or worried or secretive, whatever the energy. Let's go. And that was quick. Okay. New romance. New love will find its way to you. There's an opportunity to experience a positive new beginning. So those of you here, this is my truly pure crush pile. I'm not saying it's not, like there's no established couples here. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you have a person that you are connected to, right? They want a fresh start. They want a new beginning. They want a rekindling of some sort. So this could be my ex pile, or this may be my connections where everything's kind of stagnant and still and needs to be renewed, right? Like this could be a pile of people where if you're married, where you would want to renew your vows, right? Like go on another honeymoon. Like this is that pile, because that's the energy. Look at that sweetheart energy, right? Okay, new love, a refreshing of the love. That's what this person would communicate to you if they weren't worried, or what they're worried about expressing to you. A fresh start. And again, because this is my purely crush energy, those of you where this is your crush, they want to date you. They want to approach you. They want to say hi. They want to ask you for your number. They want to go out. They want to explore connection with you, right? Something new. Okay. So let's see what's at the bottom. Playing the field. So this tried to come out in pile 2. It didn't try to come out, but it thought about coming out. So playing the field is someone is not ready to settle down. Too much fun playing the field. Just be careful with your sexuality. So playing the field is free energy, okay? Not necessarily like because I read these cards as experiences and the overall energy. So yes, some of you, this person is wanting to date you as they're like, this person's in a dating era and they want to date you to see where it goes because they're already dating. They're dating around, okay? And they're afraid to let you know that they're dating around in some instances, okay? Those of you where your person is. Now, others of you, your person may see you dating around, right? They may see you dating around and they're hoping that you're willing to not do that and pursue them. That could be an instance. And I'm also seeing playing the field as just exploring outside together, right? Playing the field outside, right? Because it says someone not ready to settle down, just having fun outside. Some of you, your person wants to have fun outside with you. Like your crush wants to go out. Like this is dating energy, right? They want to date, right? Whether they're wanting to date just in general or you specifically. All right, so let's hop into the tarot. Tell me more about Pile 3's crush. What does Pile 3's crush wish they could say to them? Like, what would they say to them if they weren't worried, afraid, all secretive, whatever the thing is for Pile 3's crush? Tell me what they would say. Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so I don't know if this is an ex or if this is someone that like has been dating around, someone that may have cheated. I hate to bring that energy here, but it came through. So for a small group of you, this may be a thing. They don't want you to leave them. They don't want you to move on. Regardless, the energy is that they don't want you to move on. Eight of Cups in reverse, your person does not want you to go. It may be that they don't want you to go out and date other people, right? They don't want you to pursue new connections with others that's not them, but they don't want you to go. They don't want you to move on away from them, whatever the reason, okay? Like, please don't go. That's what they would tell you, okay? So let's see. Tell me more about Pile 3's person. What would Pile 3's person say to them? Let's see. Exactly. Don't go. Literally, that's the one message. Because Eight of Cups is moving on beyond something, evolving beyond it. And the Four of Pentacles is a hoarder. It's like, you're mine. Please don't go. Stay here with me. Be stable with me. Stop dating other people. Don't play around outside. Like, stay here with me. That's what your person would tell you. Like, please don't be outside dating other people. Like, stay inside in the house with me. Like, that is what your person would tell you. Like, that's crazy that two cards back to back. You know, this person wants to stabilize the connection with you. They want to be stable with you, regardless of the stage of the connection. That's do not go. That's the two cards I've gotten. So give me my last tarot. And I do have a bunch of oracle decks we'll clarify with. So one more card from this deck for Pile 3's crush. Tell me what Pile 3's crush would say to Pile 3 if they weren't afraid, worried, and all of the things. Seven of Cups. That's kind of playing the field energy. Their imagination is going wild. They're thinking of every scenario where you're with somebody else. They're very worried that you're exploring your options, right? And Seven of Cups says, of all of their options, of all of the people they can date, have dated, maybe even will date, they choose you. See, he's choosing that one cup. There's a lot of distractions around. There's a lot of options, a lot of opportunities. But this cup right here is the one that this guy and this little blue guy wants, okay? So that is what this person would say. This person would tell you they choose you. and they're hoping you choose them. Okay. Very direct message. But I did feel rushed. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to hurry up. Like, you're running out of time. Like, that's the energy for this pile, is you're running out of time. Okay. At the bottom, 6 of Wands, victory, success, being praised. This person wants you to know they praise you. You are the one. Like, this is also public recognition and social and like social status. Like it's winning something, and this person wants to win you, and they want you to know, like, if there's been any competition, that you're the one they want again, right? I could even see instances of like some social media declarations or some public declarations of love from this person with this, because this is very public energy. Like, 6 of Wands is a parade. You can't tell in this deck because it's a unique deck, but it's a parade, literally a parade. Okay? Of someone being successful at something. So let's see more from these astrology-based oracle decks. Tell me what, like, I see you win. Like especially with game playing, with playing the field, like you win, you're successful, you won. Energy coming from your person. Tell me more about Pile 3's crush. What does Pile 3's crush want to say to them? What would they say to them if they could, if they weren't scared, worried, afraid of judgment? Is another one? No. It landed on all of my rocks. Rock solid, okay? That's an energy coming through. So, what is that? Devotion. And I picked it up upright, because I don't know why I did that backflip just now with my fingers. But devotion. This person wants to tell you. They would tell you if they weren't afraid, worried, afraid of judgment, just being secretive, whatever the reason they're not saying it, they would tell you they are devoted to you and that they want your devotion in return. Okay? That's what they would tell you. That's what they would tell you if they weren't afraid. Okay? I'm trying to grab the bottom. Deep wisdom. Crone moon. Number 9. Maturing energy, because it's slanted, right? It's not incoming. It's finalizing, stabilizing, grounding energy, like these 2 cards, right? That choice, that decision, that success. That is what this person wants to tell you, but is afraid to. Like, they've matured, they've grown, they've stabilized, right? They know exactly what it is they want. That's what this person would tell you. Okay? For sure. Like, they've learned whatever lessons they needed to learn. They're grounding their energy. They're rooting their energy, because crone is it's grown energy. It is a lesson learned, right? Wisdom gained, should I say. So tell me more about Pile 3's person. What does Pile 3's crush wish they could tell them? What would they tell them if they weren't afraid, worried, concerned about being judged, just secretive, whatever the reason? Tell me about Pile 3's person. What would they say to Pile 3? What would Pile 3's crush say to them? I'm not taking these. It's way too many, but I'll take this one. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. They're worried, again, that you're going to, like, hold your vision and fix. They're worried that you're going to give up on them. Or that they're running out of time. They're worried that they're running out of time, and that you've given up on the energy, right? That they've aged themselves, and like you've tired of the situation, because crone moon is old energy, right? And that direction is old energy. Just land it right like that. Again, it's maturing energy in and of itself. Just kind of almost being fed up and done with something, right? Especially something you've been very devoted to, like just tired of it. That's what they're worried. They're worried that you're waning down, that you're not fixed anymore, that you're exploring other options, or just simply just looking to leave them, and they don't want you to. Okay? Again, please don't leave me. Please don't give up. That's the energy for this whole pile, right? They can feel you shifting. Give me one more and I'll take the bottom. Tell me more about Pile 3's person. What would they say to them? Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. They would say, please talk to me. I'm getting direct quotes. Your person truly wants to talk to you if they are not. or they may be talking to you, but not expressing how deeply they actually feel or what they want to talk. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini, right? That's the third house of communication in and of itself. New moons are new beginnings, new romance. They're worried that you're talking to other people, that you're engaging other people. They're in their head a lot. That's Mercury energy. Especially with the Gemini, that's mirroring twin energy. They feel like, especially if they've been doing that, or if they've done that, they feel like you may be mirroring their energy, especially if you want to teach them a lesson, like you're tired of them in some instances. This is for my stable connections, okay? Well, I'm not stable. Nothing about that is stable, but my mature connections, right? But this person, they want to talk. They feel like they want you to talk to them, but they're afraid. Okay. The bottom you have is time to release negativity. They want you to let go whatever stuff. Again, that's that refreshing, rekindling energy, that fun energy. It's time to release negativity. They want to let go of the hardships, of the trauma, of the negative stuff, all of the baggage. They want to have fun. Scorpio energy is transformative energy. It is a death and a rebirth, okay? There's also 8th house energy of debts and inheritances. So like anything, traumas that you've inherited from previous connections, like if they've held you accountable for past lovers, or if you've held them accountable for past lovers, you know what I mean? Like if you've been projecting that energy of how people used to treat you, or if they've been doing that, they want you both to stop, right? And they also, that's the 8th house of sensual energy, okay? And that's as far as I can go with that since we're on YouTube, okay? So let me see what's else from this last oracle deck. This last astrology-based oracle deck. I have 3 love decks that I'm going to touch after this. Okay. So tell me what pile. This is the clearest pile. This is my clearest pile. This person, I really, truly feel like they're running out of time. It's the clearest messages. It's the same message. It's a very direct message. Some of you, it's literally like, oh, I feel like I'm getting too old for this back and forth, or the game playing, or being outside, like wanting to stabilize. Tell me more about pile 3's crush. What does pile 3's crush want to say? What would they say to them if they weren't afraid, worried, concerned about being judged? All of the things. I don't feel like I'm getting a good shuffle. Let me see if I can get it at this angle really fast. Some of them may want to adjust their approach to you. They want you to adjust your approach to each other. All right. Tell me about pile 3's person. Oh, that's a lot. How many is that? Fine. I've been doing that a lot lately where I'm like, fine. I'll take the bottom in a second. So this is my order. I'll take these after I take this one. I feel like it'll take longer just to reshuffle. They want a family with you. They want to be home with you. Okay? You have cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort, right? Nesting. If you wanted to pick pile 2, that's fine, because I also got a nest in that. But this is Cancer energy, moon energy. They want to express their feelings. They want to clearly communicate how they feel, right? And they want you to do the same. But this is all about putting down roots and being This is home is where the heart is. This person wants to tell you that home is where the heart is, right? That you're their home, right? Don't go be with them. You have Sagittarius, optimism, exploration, and freedom. So you have the Gemini, Sagittarius axis. So this is travel versus home. This person does not want you to evolve beyond them. Okay? That is what's coming through. And then you've got the moon literally coming through. It is satisfy emotional needs, nurture yourself and others. This person wants you to be emotionally vulnerable with them. There's a certain level of vulnerability that they want to share with you that they're hoping you can reciprocate exactly with the yin. Very receptive energy. It says intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, receptivity. This person wants you to receive their energy well. And then you have house 7. That is commitment. It's Libra energy, balancing the scales, fairness. It is your formal contracts, your relationships, right? It says profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. This person wants to be stable, right? Like if you're traveling, if you're moving around, they want to go too. You're not going without them. That's the energy coming through for pile 3. At the bottom, we've got Venus, give and receive love. This is the goddess of love, ruler of Libra and Taurus of stability, because Taurus is an earth sign. It is ownership, assets, and Libra, like I just said, that is that seventh house energy of your romantic relationships, your contracts relating to those. Okay, so give and receive love, find value, and see beauty. That is what this person would tell you if they weren't afraid. Like this is big I love you energy. Okay, yeah, this works right here. It's big I love you energy. This keeps sliding. So Queen of Cups. Yeah, it's all about emotional vulnerability, right? Connecting, being softer. This person hopes that you don't lose your softness for them, like a soft spot in your heart for them. That's the energy coming through. Okay, so let's get these last couple of decks. Tell me more about pile 3. What would pile 3's crush tell them if they weren't scared, worried, afraid of judgment? What pile 3's crush say to them? Look where it landed. You've got fixed moon, the hold your vision in reverse, and then you've got be received. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, these two here, yin and hold your vision, is please don't be stubborn and shut me out. Okay, but you also have calling in your soulmate. They believe that you are their soulmate. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay, calling in your soulmate. This person feels like you're their soulmate and they want you to stay or come back. Okay, that's how your crush is. That's what they would say if they weren't afraid or concerned about judgment. That's the secret. Okay, that's what they're doing. They're praying and manifesting, and they're also hoping that you haven't lost sight of the fact that you are theirs, right? That they are your soulmate, because this is also that fear of you moving on and looking for someone else, like calling in a soulmate, looking for a new love away from them, right? And playing the field. Let me get another one. Tell me more about pile 3's crush. What's this pile 3's crush? What would they say to them? Express your love. They want exactly all of this emotional vulnerability, expression, and being open and honest about the love they have for you. That's what they would do. It says go ahead and make the romantic gesture. That's what they would do. They would express their love and tell you straight up that you're their soulmate. And ask you to stop looking for yours, because in their mind, they are yours. Okay? You have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Could be related to money. We do have Venus on the table, and we do have, where is it? Scorpio. Over here, 8th house of debts and inheritances. So it could be related to money, or this could be instances related to you and your crush, right? Finances and career. I'll put this here. Let's see. Tell me more about pile 3. Tell me what pile 3's crush would say to them if they weren't afraid, worried, or concerned about... Ooh, I almost said concerned about rejection. Could be that. But what I meant to say was fear of being judged. Tell me more about pile 3 to the person. Warm embrace. They want to be close to you. They want to hold you. They want to connect with you. This may be my distance pile. It says, let yourself enjoy your partner's loving arms around your body. Their touch ignites a flame within you, right? You instill so much passion in them. They just want to be close to you. Give me one more for pile 3. Tell me what pile 3. And I have my soulmate twin flame deck that I'm going to pull from right after this one. Tell me more about pile 3's crush. What would pile 3's crush tell them? Right on top of express your love. Butterflies. You give them butterflies. They feel like you two are like have a one-of-a-kind energy, okay? It says, enjoy the overwhelming excitement and bliss of new or old love. This came out in different piles, okay? Like you light them up. They just want to be connected to you, okay? They just want to be connected to you. At the bottom, third party. Yep. Playing the field outside. That energy we've been talking about this whole time is right here. Whether it's you, them, or the both of you, or them and them suspecting that you're mirroring their energy. But it does say there's something or someone that is affecting your relationship. It's time to address it. They want to address that elephant in the room. Like, are you dating other people? Are you looking to date other people? Or can you stop if they know that you are? And their history of doing the same. You know what I mean? Like, they want to address it, but they're afraid. They're afraid of addressing it. So let me pull from this Twin Flame Soulmate Oracle deck, close it out. Oops. Sorry. Once the table gets full, y'all, you know how it gets sometimes. I'm like trying to make space so that I'm not sliding the cards. I'm at the end of the table. Like, this person may feel like, just like this person feels like they're in their last stages of the connection, like fighting. This person's fighting for their life right now. Okay, in this pile. Tell me more about pile 3's crush. I don't mean to laugh, the energy is interesting. I'm actually laughing at myself right now, but tell me more about pile 3's crush. What would they say to pile 3 if they weren't afraid, concerned about rejection, judgment, all of the things? Tell me about pile 3's person. What would they say if they weren't being secretive, if they weren't holding it in? What would they say to pile 3? I want 3 cards and the bottom, please. Last messages. This one wants to talk as well, and then I'll pull my third one. And it landed on third party, so what's that all about? Faith. This person wants, some of you, this person may want to go to a religious home. Like, this person may say, like, we should go to church. We should go to counseling. This person is hoping that you have faith in a connection. They have faith in the connection. Okay, this is, it went from my brand new piles to my mature piles. But I did mention earlier that it was like a rekindling, a refreshing. It's like in some instances, like this may be a renewal of vows, you know what I mean? To restore faith in the connection. A lot of you are doing that, but my brand new piles, they're like having faith, like they're having faith. I know that's hilarious, brand new, but like if you're very in the truest, purest sense of a crush energy, this person has faith that you two would make a good match. And with calling in your soulmate, express your love, they're praying for the courage, the strength to address you. And also they're literally praying, like they're trying to pray you in their life. That's so funny. So they're trying to pray you in their life, okay? Captured, because they've got your heart, but they are trying to like capture you. Like they're trying to pray you in their life. Like they're actively manifesting you. Pile 3, this person wants you. They feel like you've captured them. Okay, and they're hoping to tie you down. Don't go, you're mine, hold tight. Like the first 2 cards you got, like this is how this, they have faith that you're meant to be together and they want to lock you down. Okay, last card please. We'll take the bottom. Tell me my last message for pile 3. And that, you know, it never goes like I need it to. It never goes like I need it to. Because there's 2 cards on my table. What is this? Golden moments. This does feel like a renewal of a vow, okay? For those of you where it's new, fresh crush energy, this person feels like they can see golden moments with you. They could see themselves making it to like the golden anniversary with you. Some of you will be celebrating your golden anniversary, and you may be renewing your vows during that anniversary. That's a very specific message. And that's a means to lock it down, right? With that gold energy and the faith, like in a church, renewing the vows, reconnecting with God. And then you've got commitment in reverse. Was that in reverse? I don't feel like it was, but we'll take it as it is now. But it's in reverse because that's that wishy-washy energy that they fear, okay? They want to lock you down, okay? At the bottom, you have fireworks, a rekindling of the spark of the connection for those of you in a mature pile. And also those of you where it's fresh crush energy, you give this person fireworks. They feel fireworks. They see fireworks when they look at you, like when you come around, they feel it. Like they get excited, and they really hope that they can be with you. Again, they're praying for you, they're manifesting you, they're praying for the courage to interact with you and all of the things, okay? So I'm going to wrap it up for you right now, pile 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching.